going to be doing a comprehensive review of the Turkish Get Up and the steps and the cueing that we like to give when teaching this movement, and kind of polishing up some of the corners that might be making it more challenging for some of you. So this is in depth. If you want a shortened version, scroll through. If you want a short version, I'm just going to demo it all the way through first, and then I'll break it down. So hang tight, just watch it if you want to learn that way, and then I'll break down the pieces here. We're doing light here just so I can spend time holding those positions. Starting, you're going to be on your back here. You're going to roll to the side, the kettlebell's on, bring it in with both hands, press it up overhead, opposite leg straight, this knee bent. One more time, a little slower. All right, here comes the breakdown. So, in this position, this shoulder's packed, but I'm not just simply retracting my shoulder blade because I'm still trying to resist the weight of this kettlebell as it's driving through me. So I'm active. I just want you to think about more kind of like corkscrewing and just trying to tighten that shoulder complex. This will always be driving through the ceiling. Most of us have a good proprioception awareness about where the ceiling is. So if you just constantly think knuckles to the ceiling, you'll be in a pretty solid space. This foot's bent off to the side a little bit. This is straight. I like having mine off to the side a little bit, but ideally it's going to be straight because this is my axis of rotation. The straighter this leg is, when you push off of this right foot, it's going to help roll you. This is the key. We're trying to roll to the side. I'm not doing a sit-up. Okay, it's going to be a roll to the side. And the way I pop up is this opposite arm is going to be bent, and elbow is driving through the ground. So it's kind of like a 1-2 punch. As I roll, I'm going to press through the ceiling with the kettlebell arm, and then this elbow is going to drive through, and that's going to pop me up. Okay, one more time. I'm trying to keep my shoulder packed. When I pop up, I don't want this shoulder to hike like it did. That's not a very stable position. I'm going to drive through, keep this straight from my chest into my upper arm, and then that's going to pop me up. From here, this comes down. Okay, so left leg still straight, right leg still bent, and then this palm is on the ground. From here, I'm going to use torso and core with this hand to press up. Now, I slide this closer so that I can stack myself. So notice, see that change? I want to lengthen both arms so that I'm tight and stable underneath the bell. From here, few different options. A lot of times people talk about this high hip thrust to swing through. I mostly just combine it. I think about dragging this leg under and through. Now, one thing you can't see, which we'll change positions and highlight here in a moment, is you want to keep these toes bent on that sweep leg. This arm on the ground is in line with the knee and the foot. It's not off to the back and it's not in the front. It's straight in alignment. This allows me to hinge into that sweep leg or left so that I load the glute and then I can come up. From here, I'm going to take my bent knee, rotate it so everything's in line for a lunge, stand up. Then we just play it in reverse. Reverse lunge, swing that around, bent knee, hand on the ground follows in line with the knee, leg sweeps or kicks through. From here, so I don't have to move this hand back out, I actually let my butt slide forward so I'm a little bit more spread. Then I go elbow and then simply lower down, okay? So we're gonna do it in a different position here. Let me just change this mic side so that you can see it done the opposite direction, and then hopefully we see everything else we didn't see on the other side. So, roll to the side, grab, press, bent, straight, arm out. This one drives through, right? So as I roll, I don't want to be compressed here. That I'm not going to be able to get out of this position, and I don't want to hike that shoulder. As best as I can as I roll, I'm going to drive through that elbow and pop up. Hand comes down, straighten, adjust this hand as seen fit. right? Now the key is as this leg sweeps through, right, we want those toes to be bent. So I'm going to turn here. Okay, so if I'm here, I want this right knee and right foot to be in line. Notice how those toes stay bent. It's very hard to lunge from a flat foot. Keep this bent. This right hip sits towards the heel. Lighten my pressure. Now load is in here. Come up. Swing. Lunge out. Reverse lunge. Toes bent. Swings around. Notice my feet are pretty much in alignment, making a 90-degree between my bent leg and the knee on the ground. Now this, so you protect your back here. I'm not going to tip back to the side. This is all back bend. Hinge. Spine stays straight and underneath the kettlebell really well here. Hand reaches out. Kick forward. Elbow. Now don't dump here and just simply sink into this. I'm going to try to push my right arm away from my body, and that's what lowers me down. And the reason why we highlight these steps so well is the more efficient you can be, the more weight you can do, and the more reps you can do. And it can be great to also spend more time under tension. Obviously, just me talking and highlighting the steps, I'm spending a lot of time under tension, right? Great for stability, great for training and showing, hey, I need a little endurance from these muscles too, as opposed to just hammering out reps. And then if I go heavier, if I can stack my body well and understands the leverage points, heavy feels super light because all I'm doing is stacking my body underneath it and simply trying to support with a relatively locked straight arm. So understanding the steps makes the movement that much easier, that much more efficient for more reps, more time under tension, and/or more weight.